So, I've come across something that, with the Rails of War mod, that has been around for a long, long time, but I've only recently been using it. Before the switch motor, the electric one, I was using one of the manual switches like this. Really nice design by the creator, and it just looks really good, and it's animated. It looks really nice. But where I come from in Australia, we don't have ones like this. Well, not anymore, at least. Now, for those who say, well, this is a 50s mod, you know, we still don't, I still don't have these even on some older railways. We do, however, have on the occasion some of these ones, well, or ones similar to it. But again, it's still a bit weird for me. It doesn't look like how, or it doesn't, how can I explain it? It's not really what I'm used to seeing. But fortunately, the mod creator Nathan has created the thing called the switch motor, which you saw in my last video. And basically, I use a little switch lever now, which is more on what I'm accustomed to seeing. Now, often the case, there is a white bit on either side, so you know which way it is. If you haven't seen my previous video where I discussed white is right and how I did it with pistons, um, there'll be a link to it in the description. So what I thought was I'm going to create something a little bit different with command blocks rather than using pistons. And I decided I would create it with a signal. So for those who don't know, it goes from left to right. So the bottom light here, which is the red light, means it's for the straight track, and the top one is for the right one. So it goes that way. And as you can see, there is a redstone block, and then there's a button here. But from this angle, it doesn't look good. Too bad. So what I did here was I created a little command block center. This one and this one are just here, so when I was creating it, I wouldn't have to rush back and forth. So it would tell me which line it was using, but I've disabled them, but I've kept them just for aesthetics. So if I switch this lever, you see now the signal has changed, and so now it's red, and now the track has switched to the right. So now we know from quite far away that we are going to be going right, and if we wanted to go left, we have to stop. Now, obviously, this would work going the other way, but because the end of the line is right there, I didn't bother to really do it, but I could easily do it again. And if we switch it again, it swaps and comes back here. Now, the reason I use the button here is because it's barely noticeable, and I was hoping it would actually update automatically and fall off, so you wouldn't see it, but sadly it doesn't do that. And for those who say, well, why don't you use a torch or something like that? I would, but I don't want it to emit light, because it's a signal, obviously. So I have this redstone signal running underneath, and it runs all the way into this little building here. And if we go in here and then we switch the track, we can see that the blocks get placed and the line switches along with the signal. So it's just something I wanted to show off to you guys. So I left this exposed just so I could make this video, obviously. Then I'll cover it back up and just use this very simple redstone circuitry that even me, who is not very redstone savvy, could very easily create this in Minecraft, and therefore create a semi-realistic signal. And so, yeah, I also have this mod, but it has a traffic light, but they don't really work, so I don't use it too much. But yeah, so from the cockpit of any train, it's very noticeable. So yeah, anyway, I just wanted to show that off to you guys. I guess hope you guys enjoyed that. If you haven't seen my previous Rails of War video where I showed something similar with the switch motor, go check that out. I just wanted to make a quick video. Don't expect this too often because I don't really have time to do them. Just having a bit of fun with it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching.